Hello everybody, Joel here. So I'm laying on the kitchen floor here in our home, and we have a plank floor that is a floating floor. It's got a cork back on it, and you can see right here we've got a little bit of an issue of it pulling out from underneath the cabinets. Zoom in a little bit there. So it's probably about 7/8 to an inch that is pulled out. So I do have a trick to get these back. I've had a problem over by the banister a couple years ago where it had kind of slid out in a high traffic area. So this we will try to do the same thing. So I'll capture that and we'll share it with you now. So it's this plank right here that has the issue. And you can follow it along here. Goes over towards the sink right underneath the garbage drawer. And we're going to go ahead and pull that back. What I have is a tool that got this tip from somebody on YouTube, but it's just a suction cup tool. I think these are pretty common in carrying glass pieces, Formica, that type of thing. And I'm just going to go ahead and suction cup it right onto the floor and tap it back into place. Now the important thing to do here is not to fasten it on your first board and expect to pull them all the way across. It hasn't happened to me, but what I could imagine might happen is that these seams, there's a seam right there, and there's a seam right here, they could potentially pull apart. We want to go ahead, we'll fasten the suction cups, maybe we'll straddle this last seam over here, we'll put one cup on the right hand side, one cup on the left hand side, and we'll go ahead and tap using that direction. So one thing I did learn from experience in the last one was to make sure these are clean. And then you want them a little bit damp when securing them to the flooring, but not super wet. So just kind of clean them off and let them dry just a little bit, and they will hold much better. You want to make sure the surface is clean also. So that's a pretty good secure fit right there. You can actually see the floor buckling a little bit under the pressure. Once we get started here, I'll just use some tapping motion right on here and try to get this entire section to slide in. So that closed up the gap really nice, and judging by a scratch right in this area, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little very light scratch right in here that actually shows up quite a bit on the camera. It's not that bright in real life, but anyways, they're matching up quite right, so that must be about it. Didn't take too much tapping, and we didn't pull out too far from under this side. So that worked out good. Hopefully you won't have to do it again for a while. I'm tempted to put a couple pins in each end, but they do recommend to leave these things to float, so I don't want to do that. I think I'll just use this method to repair it again if necessary. Thank you for watching this quick and easy project of sliding the floating flooring back into position. If you like what you see, please hit like and subscribe and share with your friends if you like. Otherwise, we will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.